The holidays are nearly here. Here in the UK, in less than 2 weeks, all the kids are going to be off school. For many people, they will be having their summer holiday or summer breaks, even if they're not going away, having time off work. And we look forward to it so much. But the question is, do we really switch off? Or even though we're not physically at work, are we still doing emails? Are we still taking calls? Are we still half in, half out? For many managers, I know this is the case. It is very difficult to fully let go. And actually so much of our identity at work is tied in being there. And we have a tendency to think, oh, they won't possibly manage without me. But there's a cost of not really having that downtime. And it means that we are in a permanent state of stress and activity connected with work. Work is so busy, so full on for so many of us most of the time. And it is really important that we take that time to recharge and, importantly, connect with our family, our friends, our loved ones, and create memories and moments that add value to our life. But it's much easier said than done. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 tips that will help you fully let go and enjoy that holiday time. My name is Helen Bryant. I'm a coach and a trainer. I focus on management, leadership and collaboration and helping you learn the skills to thrive in your career and this crazy full-on world in which we work now. Now, I've been both the person who's not letting their work go and the person whose partner is not letting their work go. So I have definitely been in amazing holiday resorts with a beautiful beach and gorgeous sea, walking along that beach, chatting on my phone about a work issue. I have also been playing with my children in a swimming pool while my husband is walking up and down on a call. So we've both done it to each other, and I know it irritates both of us. But I want you to think about that, because you may think, oh, it's just me and it doesn't matter. But not being present has a cost on those that we should be present with. So following these 5 tips, I think, is about creating high value in your life as well as just letting work go. So the first step is you can't just arrive at a holiday and leave. You have to prepare. As a manager, will be in the two-week run-up to when you're away. So talking with your team, talking with your colleagues, who are you delegating your work to? And are you communicating very clearly what your expectations are of them? And that would include what decision-making responsibilities do they have. So in your one-to-ones and in your discussions with your colleagues, you are laying the foundations so that you can fully let go. And you are also sharing perhaps the exceptions by which, if this is to happen, contact me. Otherwise, just all of you just crack on. It is so important to create the expectations and the boundaries so that as you prepare, everybody is super clear on what you're expecting to happen. On your work, try and get it to a point where you leave it well. Leaving work half done without that not being known by other people, so managing other people's expectations, is always annoying when suddenly you're waiting on a piece of work and you go, oh yeah, they're on holiday. It annoys everybody. So make sure you are getting your work to the necessary milestone or managing the expectations that go with that, with a plan of action in place of what will happen to keep the work moving forward. The second thing to do is, you've obviously communicated in your preparation with your team, but communicate using your out of office so that if anybody reaches out to you while you're away, what they need to do is very clearly outlined. So in there you need the dates of when you're leaving and when you'll be back, who should they contact if an issue is urgent, and what's their email and phone number, so make it really easy for them to move to who will be able to help. And also say if it's not important that you will catch up with them on your return. Keep the tone friendly so that they realise it's a person and not just some automated holiday reply. So communicate clearly to others that you're away and that here is a plan to help you. Step 3 is when you go on holiday, switch off. And that sounds so easy, just switch off from work. But as we all know, it's much harder than that. You know, it normally takes a few days just to calm down. And the nearer we are to these things, the harder it is. You know, a quick look on Instagram or Twitter rapidly leads us jumping into our email and checking again. So you have to be really deliberate. There's an intentionality to it. Work out, how am I going to manage this time? How am I going to create habits that allow me to be really present with my family or my friends on this vacation? And tell someone. So the act of telling someone, say I were to tell my husband, it means I am accountable to it. So when I go on holiday, I am not going to go on Twitter, because I know Twitter is too short a link for me into getting back to working on my phone. So Twitter has to go. So by telling my husband, I know that if he sees me looking at going in there into some rabbit hole of nonsense, he'll say, I thought you weren't doing Twitter, and then I'll feel bad. So it's about accountability. So share what you are trying to do with your partner. Be really deliberate with them and saying, I really want this holiday to be special. Set it up well. And then it'll help you maintain the habits of not slipping back into work. If, however, you think, no, I can't leave my email, it's too much. Many people I know do feel that pressure. So step 4 is to set really clear boundaries about when you do re-engage with work. For example, you might say, I'm just going to skim my email for 20 minutes every other day. And then the rest of the time, I am not looking. Don't reply to just all the bog standard emails, you know, being polite or following up. Just respond to the urgent ones. You've delegated the work, you have to let people get on. They don't appreciate you swooping back in from your holiday to give direction. So if you've empowered people and delegated them, let them get on. And so just only reply and engage with the important things that really do need your personal attention. And then put your phone away again. Don't keep going back to it, and don't keep following the email chains of the continual conversations that are going on through the day. And the 5th step is to pre-schedule catch-up time before you go on holiday. So in your diary, don't just have it on your to-do list, schedule the time. When are you going to catch up with your email? When are your one-to-ones? Who have you got to talk to? So that you have a really quick catch-up. A catch-up shouldn't take any longer than the first week back to see all the key people. But if everybody already has that in their diary already, you will find that you are on it so much faster. And it just makes your return that much easier to do. You're not chasing people or doing it in an ad hoc manner. It makes a really big difference. So there's the 5 steps. Prepare well. Communicate clearly to people what to do in your absence, particularly getting your out of office super clear so people don't keep bothering you. Work out how you're going to switch off and tell someone about it. If you are going to re-engage with email or any work, set really clear boundaries, short periods of time, perhaps every other day, and then stop and let it go. And finally, schedule time to catch up before you even go away so that you know you'll be back on it really quickly. Those 5 steps make an enormous difference, but there's also a little mindset thought that might help you follow it through. And that is, I don't think anybody gets to their end of their life and say, God, I'm so glad I cleared those emails whilst I was on holiday. But what they will do is say, I'm so glad I had those wonderful memories from my holiday with my family or friends. So being present and really making that time really work so that you have just the most wonderful time will recharge you, but lay down memories for life. And if you don't need more of an incentive than that, I don't know what you need. So I'm off on holiday. I am going to America to see my lovely sister and her family, and I intend to have 2 full weeks off, so there won't be videos for 2 weeks whilst I recharge, relax, and then come back with yet more lessons later in August. So if you are about to go on holiday, I hope you have a lovely time. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified of each and every video lesson I share. and share it with your colleagues and friends. Perhaps share this video so that you have a good conversation about having holidays and downtime with your colleagues. I'll see you soon. Take care.